Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Nash and Rebekka Johnson about Wild Bitch, which is going to be available soon at South by Southwest. That's where it's going to be running. Thank you so much for your time. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
We're so happy to be here.
Oh, it's amazing. Now, it's pretty cool because, you know, both of you were on one of my favorite shows. I'm a big pro wrestling fan, so Glow was like, loved it so much. I go back and rewatch it. I just rewatched it a few weeks ago, actually.
That's awesome.
You met on the show, and, you know, so Rebekka, was this basically one of those, like, you know, you became friends and then you wanted to make a movie together? Like, how did this come to be? Is there more than that?
I mean, we met, you know, 5 years ago.
In the ring,
literally in the ring, we met. And we just became close. Like, all the girls actually, like, were super close. We hung out all the time. But Kate and I, you know, we just always made each other laugh. We had an amazing time. We would hang out in the trailer. We started collaborating on some of her music videos.
Yep.
And when we were hanging out in the pandemic and found out Glow was canceled, we were like, we have to make a short film. We need something to think about other than this madness.
Yeah.
And we decided to work together on the short.
Kate, is it still, because obviously, you know, you have some amazing like music, and it's funny because, you know, my sister says that like Foundation is like one of her favorite songs of all time.
Oh, that's cute.
Which is pretty crazy. I'm sure you hear that a lot though. Let's be honest. That song is iconic.
She'll never get over it. Keep telling her.
But
she makes me tell her every day. I'm like, you're a rock star. Whoa.
But I mean, you've been acting for quite some time now though, but is it still kind of, maybe not challenging, but is it still different sometimes going from doing the music than going to film and TV? Like that transition, like, are you getting used to it a lot by now, or is it still sometimes a bit difficult? Like, I'm curious about that.
I think I'm definitely like used to, it's funny because the pandemic it's made it so different, you know. When I was working on Glow, I think my schedule was just so crazy because I would spend half the year on Glow and then I would go on tour for half the year. So I feel like I was just like, and when I got to Glow, I'd be like, calm. Now I just have to wrestle.
Just 16-hour days of wrestling.
Really intense leotards that give me camel toe. And those are my biggest worries. But yeah, I think like it was a little bit more hectic at first. And then, yeah, it's funny because like during the pandemic, I haven't filmed anything in a long time. So I think it's a new phase of like getting used to working, but we were just so happy to be making something.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? It just makes you grateful to be able to create. And especially making a short film, we were able to take our career into our own hands instead of trying to get permission to be creative.
Last Glow question before we go into Wild Bitch for the rest of the interview. It's not even a question.
We can talk about Glow all day.
We love Glow.
It's not even a question. It's more, you know, season 2, there was something that was really amazing. You know, season 2, there was the episode where it was an episode of Glow, and there was a music video for a song that was like makeover, and it was like makeover, going to a party at LA's hottest club, gonna dance all night.
I wish Jackie was here.
Oh my God.
To hear that's your favorite part.
And then there's the part 2 where she's like, party, glitter, glitter.
And when we all like queue up to get into the nightclub and it's Mark Maron.
Yeah. And he's doing his little, and then you get back in after you have, it's like, hi, let her glitter in the hair. Right? Okay, no, it's been recent. It's one of those, I don't know if you have these videos or something, Kate, where like, you're just at home, you're bored, and you just search old stuff like for nostalgia. That's one I always go to. I'm not even kidding you.
Oh, I love that.
So fun.
It's so
I put
amazing.
on Glow. If I see Glow like come up on Netflix, I'm like, I'm just gonna have a little look, and then I'm like,
yeah, I feel like the whole cast is gonna see this interview, this bit about the makeover. They're gonna be like, oh my goodness. Like,
I love that. I just love that. Like, you're a big wrestling fan, and one of your favorite parts of the show is our crazy 80s video.
Well, again, I want to get to your short film because it's amazing. But like, it's a show, right? And this is like I just love the fact that Glow just like it just looked amazing. Like all the costumes, like it was eye candy. Like I loved it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even our set designer Todd was.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
He was so. We'd go and visit him sometimes when we were because we would train for about a month before shooting. So we were doing wrestling training, and then we'd go in and see like the set design, and they had like all these different like swatches of like
Details,
curtains and wallpaper and he was so specific to the 80s that you can tell. Like sometimes when you watch something that's done period, it looks cheap. I watch it and I'm like, oh, it's just not as good as Glow. Like our costume designer Beth, like our team were incredible.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it was like the best in their field, making it really look real. Like so many people thought we actually shot in a casino in Vegas, and it's like, nope, that was in a warehouse that they turned into a casino in Vegas.
At the end of season 1 was the announcement that like someone was interested in doing like a Las Vegas show, and I remember like I like lost my mind. Like I felt like I was watching. Yeah. Was it season? Oh my goodness. Was it season 2?
That was the end of season 2.
Sorry, the end of season. So was there? Okay, here's a question I have then. Was it like a long wait between season 1 and season 2?
I think it was between season 2 and 3 there was a longer wait, wasn't there? Oh,
yeah, in the beginning it was like just about a year, but then it kept getting longer between.
Yeah.
And just like everything was longer. It took them longer to say they were picking us up. It took them longer to kind of bring us who's coming back, everything was longer. And then we were finally shooting season 4. We were in episode 2 of season 4, which if you like the costumes in the other ones, my God, Kate was going to be a mermaid.
I was a mermaid.
Ugh. We were like the last day of Glow, we were making another music video for the opening of the new Glow
that I will not see.
You can actually see it on Sidel Noel's Instagram. She's posted some of that.
Oh my goodness!
From her phone that was shot. Do you remember?
Just like shot from behind the scenes.
Scroll back. I know.
Okay, I will scroll back and I will check it out. Yeah. But I do want to get back to the film. Kate, this film, Wild Bitch, your hair is out of control and I love it. Okay.
Thank you. My boyfriend is actually a hairstylist, so he made the wig for me. Thomas Silverman. Yes.
The hair is like we don't wait.
My hair is my own.
we don't waste time too. You do the reporting. It's like okay,
that hair is like. There's so many shots where I'm like, I can't see my face because my hair is like stealing this. It's a stick.
That was the one thing because we were both directing, but also in it, and there was no monitor because we were in the woods. That I didn't get to see that like Kate's hair was completely in front of her face whenever she turned to the side. Like that's the only regret.
Now, are you guys considering it like it's a short horror film, right? Are you considering it like a horror comedy?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Yeah. I watched it because I saw like on Instagram you were posting, there was like clips and like stills of it, right? And I'm like watching it and it looks like it's going to be like in the title, like wild, right? Like crazy and everything. And then you're watching it and it's got like this serious undertone and then you're kind of like duped a little bit or like, is this supposed to be funny?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to feel?
Yeah.
Yeah. But is that like, so would that be the point a little bit? Like getting the audience confused a bit, like a little bit? Have you thought about that at all?
Yeah, I think it's like a quirky, dark comedy thriller. Mm-hmm. So our comedy is sort of subtle, even though the characters are larger than life, but the comedy, the jokes are more subtle. And so you have to like sort of pick them up and it's disarming. So then you're sort of shocked into the horror stuff.
I'm British, right? So a lot of British humor is dark comedy. I'm British. But Rebekka,
from Tennessee?
I always tell Rebekka that she'd be a huge comedic star in Britain because her sense of humor is dark and weird and subtle, and I just feel like there's a huge British audience for it.
I've never been there, so we'll see.
Was there? So the first chat still about making this film together though, was it like we're gonna make a horror film, or was it?
It was kind of like a dark. It was always going to be comedy because it's us two. But the initial idea of the coyote and the bedroom and the news story was like obviously alluding to like we went straight into like there's something that's going on.
Something's underneath.
It's a wicked transition when you see the news broadcast and it's like an old kind of feel and everything on like the camera recording and then like pans out to like
yeah. And that was on a real old camera, like an actual camera from the 90s. Yeah. Like that part, the news footage was shot on that. And then, we switched cameras for the other.
I'm so happy for both of you. It's going to be at South by Southwest. It's so awesome. Like, it's
Thank
great.
you so much. Thank you.
And I wanted to thank you for coming on the show to chat about this. I know the glow took over a little bit, but
Okay.
No, we love Glow. And so glad you finally got to interview some Glow girls. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know, yes. So I tried a lot. Well, it's
Now
pretty
you've got
crazy.
contact as
Well, it's crazy because I've done this show. So the pandemic was really when like everyone was at home. I was able to get a lot more interviews. Everyone was watching
Right.
stuff. So our show went from getting like 1,000 views a month on YouTube to like 150,000 views a month. And like,
Nice.
so now it's like, it was harder then, but now it's a little easier and everything. But it's
Yeah.
just like, I always like, this is a cool
Well,
moment.
thank you for having us.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thank you for being part of Glow because I love it. I'm probably gonna go watch that makeover like video like the whole
you gotta
time.
have Jackie on because she
You
will
should get Jackie
love
on.
to hear.
I would love it. No, that'd be great. So can you plug away? So it's gonna be like the specific date. It's gonna be at the festival in March.
So it'll be at South by Southwest March 13th and March 17th live. And then if you buy an online badge, you can actually watch it online starting March 14th at 9 a.m. And that'll be available through the rest of the festival. And then if you follow us on Instagram at Wild Bitch Film, or you could follow either Kate or I, then you can find out about when we're going to actually put it online. So we're going to try to do as many festivals as we can and then eventually put the film out.
And plug the socials quickly. Kate, what's your Instagram if people want to follow it?
It's at Kate Nash.
And Rebekka?
I'm at Hello Rebekka, and my name is spelled with 2 Ks.
Amazing.
No H. Don't you try to put an H in there.
No worries.
People do it all the time. Don't you dare.
I won't. What? Well, this has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. Until next time, this is Rebekka Johnson without an H and Kate. And PDP signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.